Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Soulution Live Show. I am your host, Jody Almond, and on this show, we take you from struggle to success so that you can have the rest of your life be the best of your life. Now, here's my question today. How many of you struggle with not only setting, but fulfilling and finding success in your goals? You know, every year, thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of people set goals for their life. And so often I find those people that I converse with that something gets in the way, something stops, something hinders them from accomplishing these goals they've set out. And maybe you're one of them. Maybe it was to be healthier. Maybe it was to, grow your wealth. Or maybe it was that you were going to be more spiritual this year. Whatever the context is, it doesn't matter. A goal is a goal. But not too long ago, I actually did a webinar teaching on goal setting and how to effectively set your goals. And so today I want to share with you a graphic that I shared with them. And by the way, I would be more than happy to send this graphic to you personally if you're interested. So let me know. Just send me a message and say, hey, I would love to have that graphic for my resources so I can quickly look at something and remind myself of how to accomplish my goals successfully. And I'll be glad to give that to you free of charge, no strings attached. I'd love to send that to you. But let's jump in and look at this today. So the first thing we find is the smarter method. So I'm helping you figure out how to create smarter goals. The first one is to be specific. The more specific you are about your goals, the better and more able you'll be to accomplish them. When you write out your goals, be absolutely as specific as possible and never be afraid to be too specific. Too specific, right? And so what you want to do is you want to be very focused, like laser focused on what is my goal. Be specific. Don't just say, I want to lose weight, okay? Don't say I want to lose weight this year. Don't say I want to be healthy this year. Make specific goals. In other words, say, I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months, right? That's specific. Or say, I want to be able to walk 3 miles a day in the next 3 months. That's niching it down. That's becoming specific. Number 2, make sure your goals are meaningful. Set goals that are meaningful enough that you'll get out there and do whatever it takes to achieve them. So the next to your specific goal, when you're writing this out on paper, write out your specific goal. I want to be able to walk 3 miles in the next 3 months. Okay? Then you want to go forward and you want to say, so why is this meaningful to me? Write out why it's meaningful so that I can be healthy, so that I can live longer, to spend time with my children, my wife, my grandchildren. Okay? So that I can get off of my cholesterol medication, or I can get off my blood pressure medication, so that I can get my endurance up because I want to run a 5K by the end of the year. Okay? So we want to make it meaningful. Then the next thing is actionable. Actionable. So is the goal actionable? What I mean is you want to write out what actions can be taken to help you succeed in this goal. So alongside of these other topics that we've written out, specific, goal, and meaningful, the reason it's meaningful to you, write out what actions can you take immediately to help you accomplish this goal. Not the ones that you're going to do next month, next year, but right now. What are you going to do to accomplish the goal? In other words, what needs to be done? So if I'm going to try to walk 3 miles, let's stick with that, 3 miles in 3 months, and I'm not walking at all, guess what my actionable goal is? I'm going to get up tomorrow morning, or sometime tomorrow, or sometime today, and I'm going to begin walking. I'm going to do that immediately. Now, I'm not going to try to set out and walk 3 miles. I'm going to set out and walk a distance that I feel I can walk. So if I can walk a half a mile, that's where I'm starting. But by the middle of the month, I want to be walking a mile. By the middle of the next month, I want to be walking a mile and a half. By the end of the next month, I want to be walking 2 miles. By the middle of the next month, 2.5. And by the end of the third month, 3 miles. Do you see what I'm saying? Actionable goals. Then you want to make sure they're relevant. What I mean by relevant is you want to make sure that your goals are relevant to your life. This means that goals should be in line and in harmony with what you actually want out of life, right? And who doesn't want to be healthy? If you care anything about yourself, you want to be healthy. So set goals that are relevant and in line with your life. The next one is time bound. Goals must have a deadline. Did you notice I said in 3 months? I didn't say I want to walk 3 miles before I die. I want to walk 3 miles in 3 months. They've got to have a deadline, guys. This applies to your personal goals, your professional goals, your faith-based goals, your family-related goals, whatever, your financial goals. Put a deadline on it. Now, here's the thing is when you do it with time-bound, when will I achieve my goal? Without making goals time-bound and measurable, you won't be able to see your progress. I know why most of you do not do this. It's because when you're thinking about setting goals, you're like, I'm already putting stress on myself to achieve this goal, but if I put more stress on a time-bound and set a deadline, then I just feel like I won't be able to accomplish it. It's actually the opposite. It'll push you to accomplish it. But Jody, what if I don't? You're doing better than you were. You just extend your deadline shortly. Don't go into it with that mindset. Go into it with, I've got this amount of time and I'm going to do this. But if you don't succeed, try again. It's not a failure. You're better off than you were when you started. So let's say our 3 mile scenario in 3 months. In 3 months, I'm walking 2 miles and not 3. Okay? Well, guess what? Before I started, I was walking 0 miles. I was doing nothing for my health. Now I'm walking 2 miles every day. Come on, that's success. It's not my goal success yet, but it's success. And so you want to keep pushing. Give yourself 1 extra month and say, this month in 30 days, I'm going to tack on another mile and push to get it done. The next one is evaluate. In our smarter method of setting goals, evaluate. By evaluating your goals, that's what I just said. All the time, I'm going to be checking in. Every week, I'm going to look at my progress. Where am I at? How am I doing? How is my time bound looking? Where's my deadline looking? Am I a week away, a month away? Am I half a year away? What is it looking like? What do I have left to do in this amount of time? Is it still meaningful to me? What action steps can I take now at this point in my progress? It is relevant to me, isn't it? And am I being very specific in what I need to do? You see, these are the things that you want to consider when we're talking about the smarter method of creating goals. Now, the last one that we want to talk about is recorded. You want to record your progress. Make sure every day or every week you're recording it. Now, if we're talking about this concept of walking 3 miles in 3 months, thank God for Fitbits and Apple Watches and apps on our phone that can teach us these things, that can make sure we're doing these things, right? They record it for us. But not only that, it's also good just to have something you can write it on. There's something about taking the initiative to write down your goals, to write down your progress that is huge. So guys, this is the smarter method. Again, I would love to share this infographic with you that can help you to be able to achieve your goals in a smarter way. And it's just a very quick way of considering what it is you do. You can memorize what each of these letters stand for, and then you can just jump forward in your progress day by day, and you can knock these things out of the park. Because here's the thing, and I want to leave you with this, is that you have to understand you, my friend, you are responsible for you. Nobody else is going to make you do it. Nobody else is going to force your hand. You have to decide. That's why it has to be relevant, and that's why it has to be in line with your goal and your vision and your desires. Because the thing is that you're responsible. At the end of your life, you will answer to God for taking care of his temple. You will answer to God for what you did with your purpose in life. You will answer to God for how you live your life. You answer for every word the Bible says you speak. So the thing is that you're responsible for you. And we can't push it off on anybody else. We can't excuse ourselves because of anything that's happened. We have to determine, I am responsible for me. So when you're setting goals, I want to empower you to be able to accomplish those goals. And these are very actionable steps that I've helped many clients with that have found great success in accomplishing their goals. And I want it to help you. So remember, as always, my friend, I hope that you're blessed. And I'm always, and I mean that always, praying for your success. If you want the infographic, send me a message and I'll gladly share that with you. Take care, my friend.